We made USAA insurance for veterans like James. When he found out how much USAA was helping members save, he said,
"It's time to switch."
We'll help you find the right coverage at the right price. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Restrictions apply.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Yo, fams. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of my podcast, In My Opinion Podcast. In my motherfucking opinion podcast. So in this episode, we'll just be talking about learning new things. There's nothing much to say in this episode aside from the fact that in this episode is going to be like maybe a motivating episode. I don't know, but you can call it anything. Either motivating or you see it as bullshit. I'm just sharing your opinion. So we're talking about learning new things, and about learning new things, I just feel like I just have to shed some light into that concept, because a lot of people feel like every day the troubles of this world is like more than enough for them to have time to learn one bullshit or the other. So like you be like, oh more, no stress me, no pressure me, no tell me I go learn new thing. I never chop. I mean, that's the way most of us view learning new things, because we feel you have to settle your stomach first, or probably sort your bills or sort your issues first before you have to learn new things. But really, is there going to be a specific time for us to learn new things? Because I think after leaving the school environment, that's where the education starts from. Course you have to apply all the education you've gotten from the 4 walls of the school to your lifestyle. And one of the things we learn from the school environment is learning new things. Like, you'll be in the class today and your teacher will just come inside and start teaching you new topic. Like, that's what you're expecting. Same thing with life after school. The concept has to be like, you have to keep on grinding and keep on learning. You don't know where your learning can take you to. And again, more so with the fact that we know all this, that like we know that the school does not define who you become. Like, especially if you're from Africa, you can study accounting,
leftovers, or the DMV,
number 97,
or house cleaning, or
Chumba Casino always brings the fun. Play over 100 different games online for free from anywhere. You could redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. Live the Chumba life. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And become a contractor, a site contractor, or whatsoever. But like, we know the conditions of Nigeria education system, that mostly if you go to school to study a thing, when you come outside you do the opposite or probably another stuff. So having that in mind, I feel like the concept of learning new things should be so natural, and it should be our own kind of beauty. Because me personally, before I go to bed, like, or before I go to sleep, while on bed, the few moments I have before I close my eyes, I'll just review all the things I've done that day. Did I learn a new thing today? And how that thing could impact me, that kind of vibe. Like, a lot of people just pay blind eyes to this, and I just feel I should talk about it in this episode. So now, about learning new things, I think learning new things has to come with dedication from the beginning. Like, you have to be interested in learning new things. Are you interested in learning something? I mean, if you're interested in learning something, you pay your attention to it. Like, I've been a lover of languages, kind of, but like, even though I don't have the chance to learn the language I want to learn yet, I learned French to a limit. But like, since I have my space and time now, personally, I just pay more attention to, like, not really pay more attention, like, I give myself more time to learn all these things. Like, it's not that I've gotten all the knowledge I need. I'm even very far from all the knowledge I will need. But like, learning new things is a vibe. Because first off, you don't get bored. There's this adage that says an idle man is the devil's workshop. But with my kind of personality, I can barely be idle, because even if I'm idle, I'm thinking about learning something or trying to do this or do that. So like, learning new things can get you off that hook of idleness. Some people say they are bored. Like, how are you bored? Honestly, if I tell you I'm bored, I'm just trying to play the game according to the chat. Like, you're bored, I'm bored. Yeah, let's just try to catch fun. But mostly, like, if you have the vibe of learning new things or probably paying close attention to new things or loving new things, like when you see new things, you get attracted and you be like, yo, what is this? I want to know about this or that. You can barely be bored because you have a very healthy mind, and that's what I'll say about learning new things. I think learning new things help us have an healthy mind. An healthy mind is a mind free from depression. So regardless the way people complain about depression and this, that, everywhere, if you have a focused mind, like, or you have a goal and you have other things that you have to learn to accomplish that goal, I feel you can barely be depressed. Although depression will be the one that will push you to your self-discovery. That's if you look at the good side alone. But if you are looking at the bad side, you can feel, oh, I'm tired of this life, I'm this, I'm that. Because the troubles of this life will not even end. Even if you are focused, even if you have achieved your dreams, I don't think the trouble of this life has an end or expiry date. I think it's until you yourself you leave this earth. So, like, learning new things gets us off the hook of depression a lot. Like, get your mind running at all times. Be interested in learning new things. It's not compulsory you learn everything that comes your way, but at least they came to your way for a reason. That's why I view things like, yo, everything that comes my way is for a reason. If you say a word around me, I feel that word you said is for a reason. It's either for me to act upon or for me to neglect. So either way, both are choices. So, like, if I act on the word you said, fine for me. If I don't act on it, still fine for me. Both are still my choices and decision. And it will tell, like, there will be a result at the end of the day. Because if I work on it, I will see what will happen. And if I don't work on it, I would not see. So, like, you get a result for the two actions regardless. But as for learning new things should be a vibe for everybody. I feel it should be a vibe for everybody because it will help us improve on ourselves. Like, it enhances self-development also. That's why I view it. In your opinion, it might be wrong, but no big deal. I'm just sharing mine. I feel it enhances self-development because if you are learning new things, you're adding to your whole personal portfolio. Assuming I'm perfect with French now, like, that means I can communicate with French, giving me an extra edge. You get me now? Like learning new things is always a vibe for me. I don't know why people just don't want to pay attention to them, especially now that are through with their tertiary education. They feel, oh, I've achieved, I've gotten this BSc, I've gotten that. I need to now start working, I need to start raising a family, I need to start doing this, that. Maybe those are the normal things they will do right from time, you know. Coming to the world, have a family, mostly get married. That's what we even run their package. Get married and do this and beg. I rather spend my time learning things or trying to learn things, because even though I'm not learning, I'll just try at least to try to learn. So, like, learning things improves us personally. It enhances our self-improvement. There are a lot of things learning things can do for you. Like, you can even get your future job. Imagine you learning art and someone asks, I need someone who can draw this, can draw that, and you are there because you can fill in that gap. Why? Because you've dedicated your time some time ago to learn that thing, and now it's paying off for you. Learning new things should be a culture that we need to even pass on to our kids, because the kids that are born these days, they have this kind of running mind whereby if you don't tell them to do the right thing, they can do the worst. But if you are learning new things, it's going to be a culture for, like, the new generation to be able to work on themselves. That's why I just decided to run this episode and talk about learning new things, because I feel a lot of us need to learn a lot of things, and the more we learn, the more we become. But that's that about this episode. It's just a short episode about me talking about this topic. I hope I'll be able to shed some light into this idea and concept of learning new things. And if you have listened thus far to this extent of this podcast, thank you very much. This is like the 4th episode of this podcast show, and we are still coming up with more episodes. You guys should stay tuned by following on IG_IMO.podcast and share with your friends and family. Till the next episode, remain blessed. It's your man Tulu.
Leftovers. Or the DMV.
Number 97.
Or house cleaning. Or
Chumba Casino always brings the fun. Play over 100 different games online for free from anywhere. You could redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. Live the Chumba life. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.